So I'm at basically like a big shopping center where all the men with purses and masks are walking by. I'm out here, doing the computer part of the fixing the truck where you monitor all the parameters while you're doing an after treatment regeneration. So you can help this guy whose truck is essentially stranded because the EPA required exhaust filtration shit on it is clogged up, and so the way that you fix that, funny enough, is that you high idle it and you run it for about an hour until you can burn your carbon load, your soot load in your fucking filter up to about 1,000 degrees or so, and cook it for about an hour. So it's very efficient, it's very green. But I'm just watching these guys walking by with they're messenger bags, okay, whatever, man. But if you're one of my viewers, you understand what I'm saying. I'm literally watching men walk by in religious face coverings, carrying purses, and the whole thing's gonna just the whole thing's gonna come down, man. People like me have to come out and do this stupid shit. None of this scenario shouldn't even be existing. Trucks shouldn't have that shit on them. I'm a fucking super extremist when it comes to that. My philosophy on that is, let's just figure out how to burn all of the fuel in the combustion chamber efficiently, instead of trying to burn it again after it's left the tailpipe so the yuppies can't see it. That's what that whole technology is about. Diesel particulate. The reason Volkswagen doesn't even make fucking diesel engines in the United States anymore, because the whole scandal, where they gamed their software when you're plugged into it, it knows it's being watched, so it acts different. That's what they did. When the data link's active, the Volkswagen software did the Germans created ran cleaner than when it's just being driven. And the way they got found out was somebody just put a 5-gas analyzer up the tailpipe and drove it, or dynoed it rather, and it's just rolling coal, bro. And so they pussed out and apologized and paid out everybody thousands of dollars that own, we own a Volkswagen TDI, so we took the money that they gave us as the apology from the settlement for not having that shit be on your car, was we removed that shit from our car. Never had a problem with it. But yeah, this whole thing shouldn't exist. I shouldn't be charging them $500 to show up and do this. This guy shouldn't be getting paid whatever shit they're paying him to sit here in this truck that's broke down, because nothing's mechanically wrong with the truck, mind you. It's just, it's forcing you. The way it works is the truck says, I'm only going to go 5 miles an hour until you get this fixed. There's nothing mechanically wrong with it. It's all programmed into it. And I'm thinking about this, if you think this is fucking stupid, wait till the 2026 transportation infrastructure bill goes into effect, or the 2026 provision for all vehicles have facial recognition capabilities and behavioral analysis capabilities, and they'll say, hey man, you don't need to be driving, you look upset, you look like you haven't had, you look like, I mean, fuck, they're telling us now that dogs can smell COVID. I'm sure some of y'all have seen this, where I heard the audio from, I didn't see the video, but I heard some podcast or somebody playing the audio from a video, and it's showing how the police were brought into a school with I assume German shepherds, police dogs that have been trained to smell COVID. And in the audio you hear the guys oh yeah, the dogs found COVID on this bookshelf. And you hear the host say, yeah, so the guy's got his mask down below his nose, and there's so much COVID there that the dog can smell it, and this guy's not worried, right? The whole thing is, obviously it's just to train children to be used to fucking police with dogs. I mean, are you guys not figuring this out? It's funny how we started with diesel particulate filter being clogged up and went to authoritarian government, but That's where diesel particulate filters came from. Authoritarian government. It's fucking so much money's been lost by people because of that. We've charged people probably millions of dollars over the years. And it's not just the repair, it's the fee for coming out, all that. All of this on shit that's mandated to appease people who believe a certain way about the weather and where that comes from. The real thing is, like right now, if I was the dictator of America or the world, I'd say, okay, anybody that owns a transportation business, you are hereby forgiven for removing all this tyrannical bullshit off your vehicle so you can engage in commerce and have a lower cost of operation. That's what I would do if I was like, one of these asshole, premiers or governors that just says, hey, we're just going to make all these fucking edicts and rule by decree. That's what I would do. But yeah, dogs that smell COVID. You have to have a fucking microscopy degree to operate the equipment to be able to see, what's what and determine this is this strain, this is this is that. But no, in under a year or 2 years, they've trained police dogs to see if you have COVID. If you believe that, I'm very, very sorry for you. The police dogs do not smell COVID, bro. We're like this close to a police dog being able to judge whether or not you go to a fucking facility, man.